Hi fellow crafters, this is Crafty Grandma again, and I've got some tricks to show you, and maybe I'll help out with some of your storage of your ribbons, and also something I do with the glue, which I showed on one other video, but I'm going to redo that again for you. This is, of course, the ribbon that you get, and what I do is I just unroll get the seal off of it, and then I find the end, which is right there. Find the end. I put it off to the side, and then I have a bag of rubber bands, and I just take a rubber band and put it around the roll of ribbon and try to get it right on top of that first one that you go off, and then you've got a little tag sticking out here. So what I've been doing to condense it so that I know I can have all the ribbons that I like to use in front of me, I bought, I don't know if you recognize it, but it's a doll stand. And I got it at a thrift store, and I paid $2.25 for it. And there's a tag on there that was $4.99 at another store. So I bought the doll stand, and I put it together. And I'm going to save this for last. But what you might have to do is when you take your ribbons, some of them will fit right on here, and I try to get them all going in the same direction. See, with the tag out like that. So this one will go on. This is a larger hole, and here's another. Whoop, turn it around. Because this way they all come off the same way, and I just keep spearing it onto this stick there. But there's some of these that are so small that you can't get them in. So what I've done was I've cut them with scissors in the hole so I can force it on there. So I was going to put all the wides on the bottom, which there are all wides. Okay, so now I'm going to start putting the narrower ribbons on. So once you cut those a little bit, you can grab and put them on there. And I just stack them up to and you don't have to have it color coordinated or anything like that. You just have to make sure you cut them so that they go on there on the doll thing. And this is one of the tall ones that I got. Let's see. I got that. Just want to make sure I wasn't doubling up on the colors because sometimes I've got extras here that I don't really need. And I've got the satin ribbons. I've got the sheer ribbons. I've got the little, oops, here's one I didn't cut. See, now I need to cut it so it'll fit on there. So I go in and I just snip inside the hole on either side so it'll go on there without any problems. And it just takes a minute. So, but I came up with this idea because, you look at these things in the thrift stores and you go, what can I do with that? Now this one, I sliced it here, so I need to put a rubber band on this one because this one was not on this doll stand like the others were. So I'm going to put my rubber band on and then have it come out the right way. So keep putting them on there. There. And let's see, I've got these two, these small ones. Oop, they need to be sliced. So I did it on one side, but I didn't do it on the other. So here we go, just snipping it so it'll force it on there. And come on, baby, on you go. There. And this one, I believe, okay. You know what, I'm going to take this one off because I know what I did with that one. Okay, so I'm going to put this nice, this has got fabric type of thing. It's got little balls on the end of it. So then you have this part, which you can still add on. So I'm going to put this on. I'm going to put the smaller ones on the top because I'm going to squeeze that together because this is going to, these pull out of your doll frame. So you can add more on there. Look how much you can get on there. And then this will stand up right next to you. So just continue adding these on and show you how much I can get on there. Here's some more black. Oh, I put the smaller ones on top. There we go. Another. Come on. Into. And where's the beginning on that? Okay, there we go. So I still have room to put some more on here because it can be on the top of this. So you just slide it in, and you can put that down, and lo and behold, you've got yourself a ribbon holder that'll stand by your workstation so that you can have easily access. And it works for me. I know it'll work for you guys, so I encourage you to try this. This is kind of a neat thing. And if you can find them pretty cheap, like this one I did at the thrift store for $2.25, that's a savings, isn't it? So anyway, there's that trick. Now the other one is the one to do with glue. You know how this is my favorite, all-time favorite glue. It's the quick dry Scotch adhesive, and it's acid-free and all that. But how to make this a very small tip so that when you're gluing something very small, you just take a little piece of Scotch tape. You turn it to where it's angled. Angle it so that that point goes right down onto the tip. Now you'll have to practice this a few times because sometimes you don't have to go down that far on the tip. So I'm going to try to get this on there as quickly as I can without any problems. So then you just constantly turn, and your Scotch tape is making you a very fine point at this end. I had a little bit too long a tape, so I'm going to snip that off because it's just too long. Okay. Now, can you see? That is a very, very fine tip, and it'll squirt out the smallest little bit of glue. Oops. You know what? It's too small. Always on videos, right? So I'm going to snip off just a tip of it, a little bit. And then you can see how small this tip is going to make a nice line. Now it's not. And I don't know, did I close it off? I might have closed it off. One more time, snipping off. I don't want to snip off too far because then I won't have my fine tip. Oh, there it is. So now you can draw a very, very thin line. And like I said, it takes practice, and if you close it off like I did, then you have to work at it. But just snip it like, you know, a 1/16 of an inch or a 32nd of an inch, and that way you can get the smallest line if you want. And then when you're done, you just take it and cut it off at the top, and you can just peel this off, peel it back off, and you can store it away with your cap. And then you're done. Oh, still some residue, but you just have to scrape it off with your fingernail and you can get it. Usually I just pull it off, but I was trying to be neat about it, and of course it doesn't come out always that way. But there you go. And you put your cap on, but you can always make another tip. Constantly make another tip for these nice fine lines that you can create. Okay, those are my couple of tips today. Hope you enjoyed, and try it out because they work. They really work. Thanks.